Here we go, fasten your safety belt.
Indeed, Ray, fasten your safety belt. I like that. Mark Selby's got a superb temperament, and I'm sure he will put that last frame out of his mind. The boys in the studio were talking about this pink, and you can't hit them any better than that. And look at the position. And wasn't he happy? Just watch this. Go on, my son. It is amazing, John, how many times at the Masters we've had a close finish. There's always something happens here.
Well, of course, we get the two players coming to the final. You expect them to be at the top of the game, and in the longer matches you expect the luck to even out, so both players get their fair share of it.
And we did have a re-spotted black in the final frame here with Mark Williams and Stephen Hendry. That's the only time I can remember that in a major final.
Yes, it was a thriller that night, and this has got the makings of being a thriller. Terrific long pot, found the gap. Is he going to land on the brown or the yellow or even the green? He's on one of them.
He'd like to be on the brown, but can he pass the green? He can.
Five. Six.
I love snooker. I wonder, is he a Ronnie fan? Never know, might be seeing that young boy playing in the Masters one year. I'm sure he's a
13.
keen player as well as a keen follower of the game.
Well, if he loves snooker, he'll be loving this match. That's for sure. But it's not all been about big breaks. We've seen some tremendous breaks from Mark Selby, but it's the close frames that have been so exciting. And not
14.
until the last ball was dropped have you had any idea who was going to win it. And I've always said that about snooker, Dennis. Well, we've always said, haven't we, that if a frame isn't won by a big break, then you're always, it's going to unfold and have a little story of its own, and the drama just builds.
22.
A couple of loose reds. Just depends how he sees this. I mean, Ronnie normally would go into the cluster, try to bring lots of reds into play. He's got a perfect angle.
Into the gap would be good.
$29.
Yes, and he found that gap. Just about get through to this. Now is he on the blue? He's perfect
30.
on the blue.
Started out the best of 19. We're now down to the best of 5 frames. Will it be the 3 times champion or last year's champion that lifts the beautiful trophy at the end of this final?
36.
That's that trophy I mentioned. Beautiful Waterford crystal. Look well on the bonnet of your car, that, John.
I can't help ever look at that trophy without reminding myself of Paul Hunter.
Yeah, he won it 3 times, didn't he? Absolutely incredible achievement that was from Paul, who is very, very sadly missed still in the game of snooker.
And I think, Dennis, I might be wrong, but I think he was the last person to defend this title.
43.
Which, of course, Mark Selby's attempting to do this evening. He'll be fearing the worst this frame. Ronnie's in perfect position.
$50. $51.
These two stars
58.
had a fantastic battle in the final of the Welsh Open. Mark Selby winning on the deciding frame, 9-8, after Ronnie led 8-5.
Just gone awkward here. It's not a straightforward run through for the black, and if he played it, he'd have to play with quite a bit of right hand side on the cue ball. He'd like to stun back up the table for the blue, but the red that's next to the one he's potting might just get in the way. Got to be careful here.
That's what he'd like to play, but he can get close to canting the red. That's what's putting him off. He just needs to stun in round the back of that red to get over for the blue. And he's frightened that he just catches the red, but he's so good with his left hand.
59.
Okay, he's got the green, and he doesn't have to do a lot with the cue ball because of the situation of that red near the right middle.
$62. 63.
This blue to go 68 points in front with 67 remaining.
Well, winning that
68.
last frame really has spurred Ronnie O'Sullivan on.
$69.
The frame is safe. If he gets the cannon on the reds, a possible century on.
Will that do, Dennis?
He only left himself on all 4 reds with that split.
$82.
He has made 558 centuries in his career. He's the closest to Stephen Hendry's record, who's just over 700.
90.
This will be his 8th of this year's Masters.
91.
And I think it's the 31st, which has beaten the record of 26 centuries 2 seasons ago.
98.
He's already broken Stephen Hendry's record of centuries at the Masters.
99.
Fantastic. $107.
Nice to see him play a little exhibition shot there off the last colour.
110.
Now, how are you going to get on the blue, Ron?
He's not going to get on the blue, but he's not really bothered about that. That was a magnificent century break from Rocket Ronnie O'Sullivan, and he puts himself in the lead, 8-7, 2 away from victory.
Incredible the way things turn around, isn't it? When Ronnie gets a smell of anything like that, he just clears them away.
Shows you the importance of that last frame. You know, we saw it, he threw the cue on the table, he had a look of determination, and of course he's got the bit between his teeth there. You know, and how well did he hit the ball, Ken?
Yeah, it was fizzing, the white was fizzing around, wasn't it? It was absolutely sublime. And when he's in that free-flowing mode, there's nobody better. He's just beautiful to watch.
Test of Mark Selby now, 3-1 down, 7-5 up, 8-7 down.
Well, he's done it before in a match, and he's done it before in other matches, and he's got plenty of grit and determination. He's got to find it from somewhere. He's certainly capable. I mean, in my opinion, these are the two best players in the world at the moment. And Selby's there not just because he's got plenty of talent on the table, but because he's got plenty of heart.
Can the way things suddenly switch? A few frames ago, I noticed Ronnie sitting there and he was balancing his cue, and it just looked like he was messing about with the cue, and you wondered, are you starting to lose focus? And then the minute you think that, he just goes to the table and wipes everything up.
Well, I mean, he did get a good chance, you know, when Selby should have really put the frame away. But he threw him a lifeline and he duly took it. But he was bordering. You didn't know whether that cue was going to get smashed again or not at one stage. But he's really come back into this match now. He started off that last frame with a superb long red and made a century from it. It's really absolutely buzzing out there now.
Yeah, frame by frame now, it gets so tense. It looks like the players are going to go out. When they go out, they get a great reception when they come back in, and then the tension starts to build as we get towards the break off for the next round.